technically it's the same quarterback who started the last 2 games for the Bills, but Trent Edwards started those because the team's season opening starter, J.P. Lossman, was injured. Well, Lossman is back from injury, but he's no longer the starting quarterback. Dick Jauron made that move to Edwards official Wednesday.
It sucks for a player to get hurt because you know that someone else can go in there and do a good job. And so anytime you can't go in there and do your job, here's a chance for someone else to go in there and do good, of course.
What I appreciate is just the opportunity to get out there and play, and not a lot of guys have that chance in their career. I know there's a lot of guys, a lot of backup quarterbacks in this league that haven't taken as many snaps in their entire career that I have over the past couple of weeks, so it's a very fortunate situation. That's what I appreciate most.
So you take a look at the numbers, and Trent Edwards, his completion percentage in his 2007 season, only behind Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Now, obviously, the Bills may have made things a little more conservative for him in terms of the play calling against the Jets and the Cowboys, but right now against the Ravens, it is going to be Trent Edwards instead of J.P. Lossman. Welcome to NFL Total Access. Rich Eisen, Adam Schefter, and Rod Woodson. And is it fair, Rod? I start with the player on this panel. Is it fair to lose your job to injury?
You would normally say no, but those players you're talking about who solidified their position over time. I mean, J.P. Lossman has not solidified that position. He's always been wavering. Is this the quarterback that we need? Do we need somebody else? He's flashy, but that doesn't mean he's going to be better than talking about the quarterback position. Talking about he's not going to be better than Trent Edwards. Mm-hmm. Trent is solid. He's a solid guy. Has his feet underneath him all the time. He's not going to make a lot of mistakes. To me, in this situation, it's a good call.
You talk about solid. What was J.P. Lossman last year when he completed nearly 63% of his passes? His touchdown to interception ratio was 19-14. He's a former first-round pick. The Bills had a lot invested in him. They play in a veteran, experienced Ravens defense on Sunday. And once you make the move now to Trent Edwards, you can't go back to J.P. Lossman. He's got a $5 million base salary next season. This is the unofficial or official beginning of the end for J.P. Lossman in Buffalo. He's done there.
But they brought in Trent Edwards for a reason. Yes, J.P. was the number 1 pick. If he's the number 1 pick and he's not playing the way he's capable of playing, the way they thought he was going to play out, then you're going to bring a guy in. Then you're going to say, you know what? Yes, he's only played 2 games, Trent Edwards. He's playing against the Baltimore Ravens, who has a pretty good defense. But if you go back several weeks ago when they played the Jets and had Kelly Clemens come in the fourth quarter, he played extremely well against them. So this guy can do the same thing. He has all the fundamentals that you need as a quarterback. He's patient. He understands he's going to be poised in the pocket. That's what you want at the quarterback. You don't need flashy numbers. You need a guy who's going to win football games.
So you're saying if Edwards falters this weekend against, as you say, a terrifically veteran defense in the Baltimore Ravens and falters the next 2 weeks and they decide, well, we need to go back to Lossman. Let's see what we can get in him. You're saying they can't do that and the Bills can't go back to J.P. Lossman now?
They could do anything they want to do. Right. But once you make that move to the young quarterback and say to the veteran quarterback around there that we don't really think that you're worthy of this job right now, it's awfully tough to go back, okay? They could have gone to J.P. Lossman and gone back to Trent Edwards a whole lot easier than they can go from Trent Edwards to J.P. Lossman.
Well, unless they feel that they've seen what they can see from J.P. Lossman, fair or not.
Yeah.
And now they're moving on to Trent Edwards.